Well, good morning, good evening, and good day. I've actually got out of bed. I can only stand or lay flat. I can't sit. I've tried every physio, chiro, osteo. I'm trying all these concoctions of drugs and things. Look, I had some theories about shingles. That's maybe not right, but I'm clutching at straws, I know. I'm, hanging upside down when I can. I'm doing all the suggested exercises. Thank you all so much for all your offers of advice, and I'm taking them all on board. But psychologically, I need to get out of this funk. It's been so depressing, not being able to do anything. I'm a bit of a clean freak, and this floor needs vacuuming, and I'm freaking out because I can't even use a vacuum. I can't stretch. Anyway, it's sciatica, and I'm sure there's many people out there far worse off than me, and there's many people out there that have suffered from this debilitating, horrendous condition. Yesterday, I actually thought it felt a bit better, but last night was probably the worst night. I was in so much pain, no matter what I did or took. Oh, it was horrible. So I've got up this morning, I've put some slap on. I'm trying to have a positive outlook because I think attitude's everything. So while I've been not creating very much content, I have been obviously posting about all the trolls that I get. I'm sort of turning that into a bit of content, but I've gone back and found some others. So I thought I'd share some other troll remarks. So I just somehow kept them, and here they are. No names, but here's troll number one. Get a car, you old bag. My response is, sweetheart, I've had cars before you had acne, but cars don't make history. Women on two wheels do. Here's troll number two. If you can't pick it up, you shouldn't ride. Darling, I've birthed kids, raised grandkids, and still lift spirits at every pub stop. Picking up a bike? Well, I'll get to that after my G&T. If I only did things I could lift, I'd never own a fridge either. 3, you take those turns like a retard. And yet somehow this old girl still leaves you eating the dust. Bit awkward, huh? You idiot. For fuck's sake. Troll number 4. What have you done to that bike, you idiot? Well, I've turned her into a Calamity Jane, and she's got more personality than your entire internet history. And I've turned her into art, and that's clearly something you don't understand. Troll number 5. You pack like a spaz. Learn to pack lighter. Mate, I'm not packing for a weekend at Mum's. I'm packing for history. Big difference. Sorry, my adventures involve more than your trip to Mum's basement. Yeah, I get them. And here's another one, troll number 6. What are you trying to prove? Time to retire, old girl. Cool, honey. I'm colder than your beer and hotter than your engine. Retire, go back to your life and look at your future. Is it as exciting as mine? Maybe not. Anyway, there's just some of the trolls I get. I honestly don't know what joy people get from just demeaning people all the time. Now, people say, God, you get a lot of trolls. I actually don't, really. I just capture them and expose them. A lot of similar content creators than me get far worse, but their strategy is to ignore and block. And I eventually block them from my posts, my platforms where I can. But I get a little bit of joy out of exposing them because I just have this thing about accountability and I get fun from it. So I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care if I hurt their feelings. And in some cases, they've hurt mine. I'm not that thick-skinned. And, the majority, 9 out of 10, are sort of middle-aged, sort of angry white guys that just don't like seeing women on motorbikes. And then I get the bitches. I can tell you in the Blue Mountains, this is my place. In the Blue Mountains, it is rainy and miserable. I'm getting a whole bunch of yard work done there. I'll show you in another window. Out here, I'm building a driveway, and all around there, it would be a flat piece of concrete where I can park my bikes, and there'll be a carport over it. So it's going to be a really good area, because at the moment, I've got really nowhere to park my bikes up here. So that's getting done. I think it'll add value to the house anyway. Okay, people, well, that's just me trying to keep busy and take my mind off the pain by creating a little bit of crappy content. I have got a ride coming up in 2 weeks, so I really hope I'm capable then. And I've got some great adventures planned for this year. And also, as you probably know, planning for next year's trip across Canada. On what, I don't know. But this is my little lodge. So this little lodge here is a little 2-bedroom, bathroom, little kitchenette. This is where I live when I'm in the mountains. And it's attached to the main part of the house that my daughter and granddaughters live in. So I don't know if you want a tour of this house, I'm quite happy to give it. I've got my own little entry there, but I often come through the main house, walk through the kids' bedrooms to get to my spot. I love it up in the Blue Mountains. It's really nice. So it's a good place to be. And I might just get back to some more hanging upside down like a bat. Remain positive. I'm gonna beat this. I am gonna beat this. Can't even ride my rocking horse. My dad made that. Bye. Have a great weekend and ride safe if you're on motorbikes, and look after your health. It's very, very important.